Right. So, in the Peacemaker trailer, it is advertised that we are getting a free weekend, right? Between March 7th and March 10th, there will be a free weekend to play out the greatest Mortal Kombat game ever created on a pile of dog shit. For PS5, Xbox, both X and S, and PC. Where's the Nintendo Switch version? Can somebody point on the bear where the Nintendo Switch is? I'm confused. I thought this would be a free-to-play weekend for everyone, no matter what platform that you're on. But it appears that, like the Red-Headed Stepchild, NetherRealm and Warner Brothers have decided to abandon the Switch version altogether. If you noticed, the crossplay also doesn't mention Nintendo Switch as well. Right? That's disgraceful. Okay. Well, so let me see if I can find the tweet. Right? Because they obviously are so proud of themselves. They're so proud of themselves. Right? Where is this dog shit company? Right? Where are they? Here they are. We've already, because I already covered this, right? But I just want to just sort of re-clarify, right? We don't need that up there for the moment. We'll come over here. Okay. Let me fix up the Jäger for it. I think it's that one that we need. There we go. Right. So crossplay is coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox X and S, and PC. But no Nintendo Switch. Are you seeing a pattern here? Right? So, I mean, imagine being a fan soy of this game, right? You are a fan soy because if you cared about Mortal Kombat and you cared about the community, you would be saying, listen, wait a sec, where's Nintendo in all of this? Are they not allowed? They paid the same prices as what we did, depending on platform. So they don't get a free-to-play weekend. They don't get cross-play. Okay. Unless it's a typo, and I'm happy to amend it. But not only that, this absolutely spells the death knell of this game. Right? A couple of things are going to happen. Right? We've already had a couple of sales that this game has literally come down to 50% off. Right? That was in a few months. Within a few months of the game launching, they already went to 50% off. That's not a good sign. Generally, brand new release games don't go on a massive sale like that, unless it's, say, maybe a trade-in. But no, it's going on sale at those low prices because it's failing. They are trying to recoup their money as best they can before the whole thing collapses. And then you do this, right? This is probably when, this is probably when the transaxle comes out, right? This is what they're gonna do, right? It's gonna be Axle Day when they do this. So what they're gonna do? Well, the shills are gonna be like, oh my god, look at the population numbers, they're soaring because it's free to play. Yes, that's right, it's free to play. Anyone can play it for free. Of course the population's gonna go up. It just depends whether or not the population stays there after March 10th. Okay. The second thing is everyone must be loving Axel, the Axel Day, right? The trans Axel, because you know everyone's using the character. Must be a huge hit, right? This is how Mortal Kombat dies, right? But just like Jesus, it can be resurrected. There is hope. But in order for that to happen, it needs to die first. Right? I know that's hard for some people to deal with. You know, going, oh my god, you know, we're not going to get a Mortal Kombat game for 1,000 years. Well, so be it. Maybe, just maybe, they need to, like, you know, scoop up as much humility as possible. Be humble again. Reconfigure. Could you imagine, just for a second, right, that whoever is in charge of the next Mortal Kombat game decides to actually make a true legacy sequel to Mortal Kombat 4? Forget the 3D era, because that's just shit, and every single person, well, not every single person, but some of the people that I've come across with, which are real charmers, seem to love that era, and it shows, right? I know some people grew up in that era and that's their first taste of MK, but let's be honest, it's a Tekken clone. It's a Tekken clone with blood, right? What if they made a true legacy sequel to MK4? 3D models, but they kept the same gameplay, the run button, you know, just added on little bits to there, dragging it all the way back to actually creating from that legacy. That'd be cool. I know all the only pros and all the shills would be up in arms about, well, maybe not the shills though, because they love everything, right? But all the only pros would be, because, you know, they like broken stuff. There's something that I picked up on when it comes to the MK, like that certain parts, you know, of the soy infused only pros, is that they love broken stuff. That's why they don't like patches. They don't like patches because it takes away their broken mechanics. The good news is, with NetherRealm games, the whole thing's broken, okay? So you should feel right at home. Anyway, this is not a good sign, okay? But they are going to use this and they're going to skew the metrics of it to make it seem like it's bigger than not. They're going to talk about how big the populations are, how the characters are all being used, and how popular it is with certain, like, axles and stuff. And they are going to absolutely twist that shit to suit the narrative that this game is not dead. I see people still posting the sales charts. Oh, look how much Mortal Kombat sold. Sold does not equal retention. You can con people out of money easily, it seems, in this day and age, but people don't stick around. That's why the population of Mortal Kombat is so flailing right now when it comes to, like, the best representation of this is when you look at the Steam charts, right? Because fighting games have gotten very popular on PC for a number of years now, which is very good, right? And when I look at the Steam charts, as in, like, the current populations of whatever game, like, fighting game is going on, or any game in general, I suppose, right? It's very telling. It's very telling to see, like, how popular Mortal Kombat 1 is. Right now, right now, let's get rid of that, don't need that. Display game capture, is it going to pop that one? There we go. 864 people are currently playing Mortal Kombat 1 right now. Is this a joke? Is this an out of season April Fool's joke? Right? MK11, 1,894. Well, old ass game. That's crazy. And I haven't, you can see it here, I haven't played this since February 6th. Right? Oh, but you're mad at me. Oh, yeah, it's all my fault. I'm pointing out the damn obvious. Well, this is what you get. This is exactly what you get. This is what you pay for. Right? You have had a community for years and years and years, ignore the problems to satisfy their own wallets, their egos, and now here we are. Now here we are. So, you know, not my problem. It's not my game company to fail, right? And I see people going, oh, it's so depressing to see all the Mortal Kombat hate. Gee, I wonder how it got here. I don't know how it got here. Even before the internet, well, in the infancy of the internet back then anyway, but like, ever since the 3D era, I have been calling out, just simply even just friends back then, how shit the 3D era was. But compared to this, at least they felt like Mortal Kombat games. I just didn't appreciate them changing it to a Tekken clone. Alright? I much prefer the 2D era. It seems like every other fighting game out there is able to retain their legacy, except for Mortal Kombat. You get the clowns coming out going, oh, well, you know, we need the new gimmick every time to keep things fresh. No. That's the con. That's the lie. Right? That is the absolute lie. And so now we're going to have a free-to-play weekend that ignores the Switch, that we're getting cross-play next week, that ignores the Switch, right? For the people that spent money, they can't even play with anyone else. For anyone that's on the Switch that's been sitting on the fence to see whether or not they want to play it, nah, you don't get no free-to-play weekend. Screw you. And then you wonder why I'm upset. You wonder why other creators are upset. Not all of them, though. Those other creators, they're just grifters, they're just shills, they're just sellouts, they're just only pros. These people don't actually give a shit about Mortal Kombat, right? You can always tell the people that are doing it for clout, doing it for views. Because they don't actually care. Their history proves that they don't actually care, right? And I don't care whether people don't like me. Because my goal here is not to be liked. My goal here is to get Mortal Kombat to be great. And I will continue to point out every piece of shit that this game keeps pumping out of its little tight, puckered butthole until we actually get something of substance. And having a free-to-play weekend is not a good sign. Right? That is 6 months after release. I can't even remember a single fighting game that's ever done that outside of them actually launching with a free-to-play option. Like, say, for Killer Instinct, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, right? I think Dead or Alive eventually brought in their free-to-play option. I can't remember if it was in there immediately on Dead or Alive 6 or not. I know Dead or Alive 5 didn't have it initially. Pretty sure it didn't. But it's not a good sign. God, I don't think even had like Soul Calibur 6 had a free-to-play weekend. I don't think MK11 did. I don't think MK10 did. I don't think MK9 did. I don't think the Injustice games did. I could be wrong. Like, maybe somebody can let me know in the comments. But it's not a good sign. 6 months, almost 6 months after release, they're going to be doing that. Dropping one of the worst, like, nobody asked for characters ever. So this is why the NRS community is a joke. Because you're a bunch of left-leaning absolute clowns, right? What you need to do is you need to fuck off back to Tumblr, where your little crazy bullshit shipping stories and your woke weirdo ideas can fester and infect everyone there and leave the rest of humanity alone. I figured it out. That's exactly what's going on with these people. That's exactly why they don't like me. Because I push back on all this shit. Right? I don't tolerate degenerate crap. I don't tolerate companies screwing over customers. But these people, well, they don't actually care about that. Right? And just like any typical leftist tart out there, they attack people rather than the actual principle of what's going on with what we're trying to discuss here. Anyway, catch you next time.